Hi, today is Wednesday the 12th. Well, actually, it's probably the 13th because it's probably past midnight. I want to talk about a little review, if you will, please, of the Jet-Colt game that took place this past Saturday. First of all, as a longtime Jet fan, I was very happy that we finally solved the Colt riddle, even though we did beat them 41 to something like 3 some years ago in the Meadowlands. Yes, we did beat them, so let's not act like we've never beaten the Colts, because we have, and in the playoffs. Go on YouTube or wherever you need to go and research that. That's a fact. So this myth that we can't beat Peyton Manning is ridiculous. What I found disturbing was on the various shows, ESPN, Mike and the Mad Dog, I mean not Mike and the Mad Dog, because Mad Dog was gone, but mic'd up. And I don't want to sing on him now because he's an excellent talk show host. But many talk show hosts have appeared, in my opinion, to make excuses for the Colts. They brought up the amount of injuries to the team. That's no excuse. Whoever you feel, that's who you play. The Jets don't seem to get any respect. Last year, they claimed that the Colts allowed us to win, along with the Bengals. We beat the Bengals. We beat the bejesus out of the Bengals. And then we beat the bejesus out of San Diego. Okay, we were within 20 minutes of beating the Colts. But that wasn't good enough. We beat the Colts straight up this year. Straight up. We had one of the hardest schedules in the NFL. For some reason, the media and a lot of individuals just don't seem to like the work ethic or the bravado of the New York Jets. Here are people that focus on this phony idiot. Are you listening, Brett Favre, who takes his private parts out and sends it to some females? Brett was a cancer, an idiot. Come on, he ruined the Jets. First of all, he tried to force Green Bay to take him back, but they wouldn't. They had a real quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. So he tried to sabotage that team. They were the smart ones. They didn't allow him to. So the Jets were suckered, even though the rumor was he really wanted to go to Minnesota. Sabotage in the last 5 Jet games? Who knows? The team was screaming for Brett Favre to be benched. They lose the majority of their games down the stretch. Oops. He goes to Minnesota, okay. Had a decent year last year, nearly got there. But look at this year. And look at all the stuff coming out about Brett Favre. But here we're picking on the Jets. The Jets are a blue-collar, they're a tough team. Yes, they talk. But the Jets are a good team. And it's been about time. Because we've been down for a long, long time. A very long time. Now, I'm going to say a few things here, whether people like it or not. This week, we play the Patriots. Now, all I'm hearing about is what a genius Bill Belichick is, and what a great team New England is. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't New England caught cheating? And wasn't it very similar to what we're seeing now? them rolling over teams. Virtually unbeatable. And then they were caught cheating. And then the Giants beat them in the Super Bowl. Let me tell you something. You can't have it both ways. If people are saying certain players won't get into the Hall of Fame for using performing-enhancing drugs and steroids, let's take a little look back. Let me see. What was the punishment that the Patriots received for cheating? See, I'm an old school thinker, and my thinking is once a cheater, always a cheater. Just a few weeks ago, wasn't it? A guy who used to work for the Patriots. The Jets called him, remember? Gets a job with the Denver Broncos and is cheating again. But for the Denver Broncos. Well, they said Belichick was a genius. A genius at cheating. Now I think, no one's going to investigate because I said so. I think they're cheating again. That's right. I'm saying it to the Patriot fans, to the NFL. That's right, Roger Goodell, who wants to hold Moore's clause, who wants to sanction players and be so strict. Whatever happened to the strictness when it came to the Patriots, who have been what I think one of the more favorable teams or favored teams by Roger Goodell? Yes, I said that, and I'll back it up. Let's go back to the tuck rule. Now, we all know what that was really all about, don't we? The NFL has never forgiven the Raiders for beating them in an antitrust suit. Yes, look it up. Mortal enemies. Half of the changing of the rules for the NFL were made to stop the Raiders. Remember Ken Stabler rolling, running, falling down, rolls the ball ahead. Another player picked the ball up, touchdown. They stopped that. Petroleum jelly on your jerseys so you can't rip them away. Slip sliding away, and there he goes. Touchdown. Stick 'em. So many rules. The old stiff arm when you come, the ball player, remember Lynn Swan, catches the ball in front and all of a sudden, room. Okay? NFL has had a vendetta against the Raiders for the longest time. Let's get back to the Patriots. They were cheating all along. The Rams accused them of cheating. What really was the investigation consist of? What did it consist of? Were we ever privy? Nah, we're not good enough to know what the investigation consisted of. What was the real punishment? Now, teams, when they're caught cheating, they forfeit all their wins. League didn't do anything by my standards. Now, that tuck rule, that opened up the gates for the Patriots to be called this great upper echelon team. They didn't even win that game. Everyone knows that was a fumble. Let's cut the crap here, shall we? Only reason why that call wasn't overturned was it was to hurt the Raiders. Okay? Let's cut it out. Let's be totally real. Then the following year, the court receivers were being battered by Ty Law and other defensive backs that were called sensational. The Colts complained so much, the NFL listened and came up with a rule that you couldn't hit the receiver after 5 yards. Why wasn't it enforced in that game? The Patriots have been given leeway by the league to do all kinds of nonsense. And don't tell me how good they are when they were caught cheating. Like Antonio Margarito, A-Rod, and other individuals. We don't know the extent of their cheating. Don't tell me that they're great when they've been caught cheating. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Please.